Hey guys, and welcome to my fight kiln guide for 2018. If this video helps you out, by any means, drop a like down below. There's a lot of effort involved in making this guide. First of all, the requirements. You have to have completed the Elder Kiln quest, which requires 61 agility and 41 mining, if I'm correct. You need a fire cape to sacrifice to start the fight kiln, to actually be able to do the fight kiln. And I know it's possible with lower stats, but especially if this is your first time, I recommend 90 plus stats and high level gear. So there are some useful things that you could be using for the fight kiln. If it's your first time and, you're new to this, I recommend having as much of these as possible to make it as easy as it can be for yourself. Overloads are very useful. Curses, especially Soul Split to heal yourself. A Blood Amulet of Fury, I keep saying this is basically like the low level cheap Soul Split. Auras, yes, you can use them, but it might be handy or useful to deactivate them when fighting the Dills. A Steel Titan Familiar to boost your DPS if you're comfortable enough with not having extra food in a BOB Familiar, which is the next useful thing. A Yak, a War Tortoise, Spirit Terror Bird, or a Pack Mammoth are all very useful to carry more food in the kiln, so that if you're low level and you take more hits, you have the food to spare and to use. Two more useful items are the Obsidian Armor set and the TokHaar-Kal-Xil. The Obsidian Armor is obtained by doing the Fight Cauldron minigame, and you get 45% damage reduction in kiln without the shield. And the TokHaar-Kal-Xil, which you get from the Elder Kiln quest, charged, gives you 10% damage boost in the kiln. So remember to wear this ring above any other ring, because it's just the best ring to use in the fight kiln. So for armor and weapons, it's a bit, what are you going to use? I recommend high level weapons and armor because it's going to make your life so much easier. I'd say 80 plus will do. So a Noxious Bow, Siret Bow, or Royal Crossbow for range would be fine. It is doable with low weapons, but it's just going to be so much more harder, especially if it's your first time. Armor, Sirenic, Death Lotus, Anima Core, or even War Priest if you're going to be tri-breeding in the kiln, which is also a good option to do. But you don't have to do that. Now for magic, it's the same, high level weapons, Noxious Staff, Cyril Wand and Orb, Beatrice Wand and Book. Omnal Bat Staff and Staff Light are a little bit low level, but it's doable. They're great weapons anyway. For armor, Tectonic, Sea Singers, Anima Core, or War Priest. Yet again, I'm just going to put it in there every time because if you're going to be tri-bring, you're going to be using freestyles, so War Priest will be the best. Also, it doesn't say it here, but Obsidian Armor is basically War Priest for the kiln anyway, so if you have that, use that over War Priest any day. Now for melee, or melee, whatever you want to call it, Scythes and Dragon Rider Lance are very good weapons to use because they can hit one tile further than normal weapons can. So you can actually melee Jad without having to pray melee against Jad, which is kind of nice if you want to do, melee Jad for some reason. Drygors are a good option as well, dual Chaotix, a Chaotic Maul, or a God Sword, which I wouldn't recommend. But if you're going to be doing melee for the entire kiln, it is a viable option. For armor, Malevolent, Tetsu, Anima Core, or War Priest, yet again. Now for the inventory setup, it's basically a bit like this. I'm using Death Lotus armor, and I'm taking War Priest and Crystal Help with me to destroy the Dills, because you do need to have a lot of accuracy to crack them efficiently. So that's why I'm taking War Priest with me, because I might as well. I have some brews, some super restores, and some prayer potions, and some extra sharks in there. If you're low level, you're better off with a BOB familiar with even extra food in there so that you can survive the entire kiln without dying because you take more hits. I'm fine with this amount of food, so I just take a Steel Titan instead of a BOB familiar. But yeah, make your inventory somewhat like this and you should be fine. Now for the crystals, there's only two that are really worth picking up in 2018 since the buff, because the Constitution Crystal is basically useless now, so just ignore it. It used to be so good that you could just do the boss with it without having to worry about your HP at all, and the same goes for the Dill Wave on Wave 28. But yeah, so these are the two crystals that are useful. Restoration basically fully restores your HP and prayer, and spawns at the middle rock on Wave 3, 5, and 27. The Invulnerability Crystal makes you invulnerable for 15 seconds. It does not block Dill attacks or onslaught though, so I'm just putting that out there. And you get it at Wave 1, 13, and 25 at the middle rock. It's very good for Wave 36. I always pop one at the double Jads just in case you get attacked by both, so you can't get knocked out, especially at the end of the kiln. It's kind of annoying if it does happen, so might as well pop one there. So there are 3 monsters in the kiln that are pretty, dangerous. There's the final boss, which has a lot of life points, 150k if I remember correctly, and it spawns at the end. You do need a lot of food for this wave, so that's all you really need to worry about is food. There's Dills that spawn on wave 5, 19, and 28. The 29 there isn't correct. I'll fix that. They are armored, so you have to crack them. You used to have a pickaxe, and you had to attack them with a pickaxe or with dread nips. But now, if you have your pickaxe in your tool belt, you can crack them with any melee weapon as long as you have 3 pieces of melee armor on, then it should just go fine. So yeah, that's what you gotta do. But I'll show you that in the video in a second too. And there's the Jads that spawn at wave 10, 20, 30, 34, and 35. And at 36, there's a double Jad wave. They're basically the same as the one in the fight caves. You have to just put your prayers on your action bar and switch them between ranged and magic, because you don't want a melee Jad, trust me. I'll show you in a second how you do that efficiently. So when Jad smashes his feet to the ground, like you're seeing here, you pray ranged. When he rears up on his hind legs and shoots a fireball at you, this is when you pray magic. Once you go into the fight kiln, you choose the option let's fight at the NPC. And when he asks you if you have any questions, choose no, let's just fight. If you want slow spawn, and if you want the fast spawn, you choose no, let's fight and make it quick. Now at wave 1, the first wave, you start at the middle rock. That is where the crystals spawn at the end of the wave. You can use this L-shaped safe spot for the rest of the kiln until about wave 30 when the island becomes too small. At wave 5, you'll encounter your first armored Dill. First just kill off everything and then go on with the Dill. So when you've finished killing everything, you equip your melee armor, war priest armor, whatever, and you equip your melee weapon and you start to crack the Dill. You can hit and run it to avoid the special attacks that hit 2k, but you don't need to because you'll have it cracked pretty fast if everything goes right. And then you just finish it off with your ranged magic or melee weapon. Now at the end of wave 9, be prepared to run to the middle rock on the left side of the north side, as you can see in the video, because this is where you're safe from the first few Jad spawns. When the Jad spawns, just get your prayers up and get ready to kill him and finish him off. After that, just finish the rest of the wave, and it's really as simple as it is. After you kill each Jad, you get this kind of cutscene, which you can skip by clicking, and then just run back to your L-shaped safe rock. So at wave 19 it turns into Hogwarts or something because there's so many mages, but the point is there's a Dill that spawns and you can finish it off after you've killed every other mage. Do note though that after this wave there's another Jad wave, so be prepared to run back to the north side of the rock and the left spot for the next Jad. Other than that, the Dill is pretty much the same, just crack it with your melee weapon and armor and then move on. So as you can see at wave 20 you're safe from Jad, you just finish him off and then kill the mage after Jad and move on to wave 21. On wave 21 a bunch of these golems will spawn, they're all melee, so just pray melee, walk to the corner, wait for most of them to aggro close to you and then run behind the rock in the video I'm running behind, and then you can just safe spot them and kill them all in one go. Remember to use AoE abilities and area damage abilities or area bleeds to finish them off fast because they're all in one big cluster. So on wave 28 you encountered the big Dill wave with multiple Dills. Equip your melee or war priest armor and get ready to run away and safe spot a few of the Dills. They don't aggro you very far, so you can just run away and only 1 or 2 will follow you. At the beginning of the wave, or start of the wave, you kill the mage first, because it's just going to be damage that adds up for no reason. Then you just hit and run all of the Dills and crack them, and then kill them with your ranged or magic or melee weapon. And just do that one by one, and you should be fine. Do keep an eye on your HP though, because they hit hard with their special attack, especially if there's a few on you at the same time, which you do not want to have going on, or don't want to happen. And I must add, do not use the Constitution Crystal, because the special attack of the Dill is based off your hit points. So if you have double the hit points, it'll hit twice as hard, and you'll use twice as much food. So do not use it. I repeat, do not use it. So on wave 30 you'll encounter your third Jad. Please not attack the Jad first. First finish off the big melee guys, because you will have a bad day if you decide not to. I'll show you here.
No, 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 no.
So yeah, that was awkward. I actually died while making a kiln guide. But yeah, just finish off the Jad, then kill the other mob, and then you're good to go for the next wave. So before wave 34 starts, there's a little cutscene. After the cutscene, go right back to the safe spot on the middle rock and be prepared to fight another Jad. Now after wave 34 on wave 35, there's another Jad wave. However, this time the Jad can immediately attack you. So you have two choices, either pray switch and kill the big melee guy first, or prayer switch like I'm doing here and kill the Jad while tanking the big melee guy and eating food and keeping an eye on your HP while prayer switching. All in all, this is the, well, it's not a very hard wave, but after this wave there's a big double Jad wave, so get ready. Now before this wave with the double Jad starts, I usually stand on my spot and pop a invulnerability crystal just to be sure that I'm safe, because sometimes when you step out too far, two of the Jads attack you at once. Now for the rest of this wave, it's basically just prayer switching and watching the Jads and finishing them off one by one, and then you go onto the big final wave with the final boss called Har-Aken. Before the final wave, you'll get a cutscene. So the boss is a very long fight, and it can be quite challenging, and you might need a lot of foods like I was using, because the tentacles can hit quite hard. Some people can stand in the right spot and soul split themselves up so they don't take any damage. I was praying magic and being a bit stupid and not, so experienced with the buffed kiln that I was doing it very well. But you have to get 100% adrenaline, and then when the head pops up out of the lava, this is when you can damage the Har-Aken. At this point you want to use your ultimates like Death Swiftness or Sunshine, and then DPS the boss, and each time the head goes down you want to stand in the spot with the least amount of tentacles. And there's actually a safe spot, which I'll show you in just a second here. So as you can see here, mid-fight on the northeast corner, there's only one tentacle that spawns, and once you kill it, you can regenerate, and even rest, as you see in the video here. So if you're low level, this might be useful to use in the mid-fight to heal up a bit and make it a little bit easier for you to kill the boss. And then at the end, when you finish off the boss, you'll get your cape for the style you did the most damage in. So if you did the most damage with range, you'll get the green one, the Xil. For melee, the red one, and for magic, the purple one. I'm not entirely sure what the names are, but yeah, I'll just call them by the colors they have. And that was it. I'll just leave the little clip where I kill Har-Aken in the video, and I hope you guys found this video helpful. It really did take a lot of effort, this guide, so I'd appreciate it if you guys left a like or subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.